Alright guys, welcome to another video. So in today's video, I'm really going over the next step process in my backyard. So recently, as you all know, I have a really small backyard. I've talked about it in my previous videos, and really I wanted everyone to just kind of see how you can get really inspiration from what I'm actually doing in my backyard. I want to show you what the process looks like, as well as just go over all of the steps. And what we've decided to do is really get a pool in a really tiny backyard, which is a bit crazy. We did have a really hard time finding a contractor willing to actually do this size pool in the space that they were working with, just because it was a little complicated. But we found one, and it all worked out. So previous video I showed you, if I'm not mistaken, the water line, and of course getting the travertine coping around the pool. Well, today they started leveling out, setting up the drain system, and as you can see here, this is one of the drain systems, and I think I have a total of, in this backyard, 6 or 7, and of course some on the side, which we won't get into. That's a whole other mess over there. But if you're looking at the border here, that's where the concrete will be laid, the finished work. And so I'll take you through from this end to the next. And if you have missed the other videos, do go back and watch. I really talk about what I'm doing, the process of the pool building, and literally how long it takes to actually build a pool, and everything you need to think about really before you decide to pull the trigger. One of the things we did once we kind of thought about getting one is really set. I kind of thought about it over a few months, and I thought that was really great because during this process you end up, you change your mind, even when you're thinking about color and design. So I say, don't make up your mind in one weekend and say, hey, I know exactly what I'm going to do, what I'm going to get, and go with it, because trust me, you will change your mind, and you will have some regrets. So the metal, what you see is really the rebar, and this is for when they lay the concrete out, it will help support the concrete. So as you can see, we have a drain here, and eventually, once this is all done over here at the pool, this area is going to be a grill, and then coming back over here will be a small outdoor table there. And excuse me for that. Of course, this is the interior of the pool. Of course, the coping, the water tile that you see along the line has already been placed, and that's done. And I'll go through the other steps with you. So the concrete that's going to be poured is roughly about 4 to 4.5 inches. And when you continue to see the little red with the plastic around it, that is for the drains there. So one of the requirements for the city when building a pool is that it actually must be 5 feet away from the house, and this is exactly what we did. This particular house here, we had to do it 5 feet away from the house. And then again, all of this of course will be cleaned up and nicely finished, but we have a 3-tier waterfall here, which is pretty nice. So, and we do have, it's an adjustable, so we will be able to turn it on and off as in terms of the pressure, how high or how hard, or we want the water to actually fall over into the pool. That's why it's a waterfall and not a water fountain. So another drain system here. One of the other things we will have obviously outdoors too, just because of entertaining, outdoor speakers, to be able to listen to music. And so what you're seeing here, if you're worrying about that, that's really a tarp just to cover that side over there. Obviously that will be taken down as we get closer to finishing up this part of the yard. And this is a lot of the pull equipment, so it's multiple things in here. It's, if you watch the previous videos, of course they have to dig a whole trench and run that trench all the way down and along the right side of the house there, for a few different things, for gas, for electricity, and of course the plumbing, for water flow, etc. So, and to the left of this pump will go some of the machinery for the pool pump, and there's also a pumping system for the waterfall as well. So in this area here, of course, we'll have outdoor furniture. The goal as well is to have an outdoor fire pit. So what we're in the process of doing is some measuring and really making sure that we have the perfect furniture for the space. We're not just going out to buy anything. We want to make sure we have a great measurement, something that works really well with what we're going to do for the space back here. Obviously, a small backyard here, but it's a extremely big project. So once you do a big project, obviously don't skimp on some of the more important things like comfort, like chaise lounges or sofa or chairs. Make sure you have nice cushions. It's great material, and covers as well for all weather. So some of the things to pay attention to, but hopefully you have enjoyed this video and learned a little bit about the pull process. But of course, this is the leveling. As you can see from the beginning of the videos, we have come a long way from just a hole in the ground to actually this portion here. The next phase after this is I believe on next week they will come out and lay the concrete, which will be extremely nice, and I'm really excited about it. And I love the travertine coping. Of course, that is an extra option. Some of you may or may not want to do the travertine coping, but once it's all pressure washed and cleaned up, you'll be able to really to see the beauty of it and enjoy it. And also the pool finish, obviously it's not going to look like this. It has to be finished. There's a spray that's going to go inside. It's going to be, there's a smoothing out that needs to take place. So, but here you go. So I'm excited too. One of the things we thought about, you know what, we're in this particular area, and we wanted to really just enjoy the outdoors. And for this particular home here, we actually originally wanted a small yard because we wanted low maintenance here, and the idea was originally different. And then we decided to put in this pool, which takes up a majority of the yard. So we had to really reconfigure everything and think about what we wanted, how we wanted it. And of course, once you put in something this large, you have to scale back on other things, like perhaps an outdoor kitchen. And what I mean when I say scale back is perhaps not be able to get all of the things in the kitchen that you actually want. So still playing around. Ideally, I like, of course, the built-in gas, a refrigerator, a sink, great counter space, etc. So we'll see what we come up with, but it will definitely be nice. So don't forget to make any comments. I'll definitely respond, share, like, and subscribe.